Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Okay, I started this off all wrong. Well, I'm back here, and I'm never doing that again. Never doing that again. So I'm just going to talk to you about this a bit while I do something here. Well, I'll tell you first. I wanted some circles, some holes, circles. So I bought these off Amazon. There's actually 50 here, and I couldn't believe when I got the parcel. I thought, oh, I ordered 50, where are they all? But this is them. And they're really cool. They're timber, made out of timber. I seen any at Hardy Farty, anyway, she's making circles on things, and I love circles. And as soon as I seen that she was using these, she was using things that her son had made on a 3D printer for her, and I thought, oh dear, well, I can't get those, but I'll get some from somewhere. So I went and bought these. It said it was the last lot. I hope it wasn't, because if anybody else wants some. They were not cheap, I must say. They were not cheap. But sometimes if we want something, we have to pay for it. And I really, really did. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Now, my table's got all these marks on them, because I tried to clean it, because I seen it on the video. I thought, that looks disgusting, but it wasn't. It won't come off. This is gull bits, okay? Anyway, so the show. Now, I'm going to tell you, our town's been building this big new pavilion, and it's costing them a real lot of money, and the man went broke and it's sitting there. So all the stuff goes into this little shed. All the entries and things, right? Now, I tried to do some videos, and they're the worst things you've ever seen in all your life, I promise you, to put up and show you. So I don't know whether I'm going to or not. We'll have to see, because they only go for a little while, because I couldn't do it. Everything was just, there was so many people, and everybody was, in the way sort of thing, so it wasn't good. But anyway, the good part was Margot and her mum and dad come with us, and we all went up there, and first of all, on the Monday, we had to get things ready for Jeremy's vegetables all ready to go, and that took ages, because he had a whole heap, and I had to leave him, and my eldest daughter, she was helping him. She come to help him and go up and put my things in, because I had to go in first earlier, so I had to go and do that, and I'd come back, and I waited for him up there, and he come up there and put his stuff in, and then we come home, and he had a bath, and I got changed and got ready and went up the street to town, to get some few bits and pieces, because the next day Ellie was coming with Jimmy and Bubby, and wanted to have some stuff for lunch after we come back from the show. So anyway, did that. I was exhausted. I couldn't believe how bad I felt. And then anyway, Tuesday comes. Monday afternoon, he went up to see what we did, and he said everything was good. We did all right, so that's okay. And anyway, so we just wait until Tuesday morning, and Ellie and the family turned up, and we went up there about 11 o'clock, and they were planning on having a show time, so we're older people, and we went anyway, to go, because we wanted to go, Margot's first show, of course, which she's not even won yet, but anyway, she's close to it. Anyhow, it was good. It was good. Jeremy won the most successful exhibitor. He won the champion vegetable with his carrots. He won so much stuff. He won nearly everything he put in, which was a real lot. And he was the most successful exhibitor. So he had a really good day. I won with my bag, first prize, with my cushion, second prize, with my Huswif, first prize, with my book, first prize, and with my beaded thing, second prize. The beaded round thing that looked like the ocean, maybe. But I couldn't get near them, I couldn't see them really, because everything was so much stuff in a small space. I did find them eventually, but you couldn't, I needed to put something bigger in there, I suppose you could see it, but there was just so much stuff, and you couldn't see the work on the pieces of work. You couldn't see the work that I'd put into it, you know what I mean? You couldn't see it, because it was at a distance, it was a bit dark. I thought, now this is not fun. Plus, there was this nice lady, I'm sure she was a nice lady, but she stood in front of where I wanted a video for about 20 minutes, because I'd go away and come, but she was still there. But she was the champion embroiderer for that day. She won with her cross stitch. Anyway, to my way of thinking, was that worth it? I don't think so. Jeremy is ready to go again, by the time we finished, we went round the show, like up and down the lanes and that, and where all the rides and that are, and Jimmy got on the ride with Margot in a teacup. Gee, it was cute, and I thought I was videoing it, and I wasn't. I was not happy with that. Ellie got a little video of it, so that was good. Ellie did some putting balls in the clown's mouth, and Margot, I think, had a lovely time. She did, the tiny thing, and she even patted the snake, because they had snakes there, and her and her mother went over and had because Ellie's not, don't want to get the baby near the snake, but anyway, I never went near the snake. Then they got on these tractor things, that you do scooping with, because they drive them sort of things, their business, and they had this game where they had to hit this ball into this hole, and with this big tractor thing, and they got on there and had to go up that. Jim got in and he got himself a hat. You didn't have to pay to do that. It was just a bit of fun they had, so that was good. And I think they had a good time. Ellie's husband's a really nice man, and she's a very lucky girl, because I'm really proud of her and pleased. She's been back teaching a little bit, but she's still raising that Margot. Anyway, so then we were up there for 3 hours. I know I was sitting down, and Jeremy got all sunburnt because he didn't get a hat. I bought a hat. Ellie bought me a hat, tightened the string in it a bit, and then pulled it over me. It was good. It was fun. We had fun. It was good fun. But by geez, we're paying for it. Last night we went to bed, we were going, ouch, 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 there was pain everywhere, and still today. I'm in a real lot of pain, even though I was sitting down, it's still, but there were the people, all the people, there's so many people, that's where people go, I suppose, to these things. But anyway, so you'll be pleased that I did win. I did not get a ribbon, I'm sorry, I had to do much better to get a ribbon, but you know what, there was some amazing things there that didn't get a ribbon. There was so much stuff there, it was just too crowded, and all these big crocheted blankets and quilts and things, they were just all overlapping and with nothing on them. The lady that did the cross stitch on the linen piece, which was a very small, intricate thing, I think she won a couple of big things. She had them in picture frames, so I think she won a couple. I might put it up later, but I don't think you can see it that good. I'll try and see if I can put it up later. It only goes for a couple of minutes, so I might put it up after I talk about this today. But I'm going to show you the things. I'll let you see the tickets anyway, and I'll show you the finished bag and the little cushion I did. My stuff was too small. I got to make a huge thing. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it again unless I make something like a wall hanging. I'm going to get a stick. I'm going to weave something underneath it, because I hate putting things together. I love doing the work, I love doing the embroidery, I love doing the beading, I love all that part, but when you go to build it, I had to put turn that bag into a bag, I had to turn the pillow into a pillow, and I fussed with them so much. I worried so bad about whether they were straight down the sides, whether they were, it was just, of course they were, but, I just, me, I'm unpicked and oh dear, it stressed me out really bad, and I can't go through that again. I'm too old for that. But anyway, I will do something. Like I said, I'm going to get a piece of stick and I'm going to weave something under it. Or I might sew these together when I put something fabric in them. Or, I just don't think I'm going to do anything again that I have to build because I can't deal with it. I really can't. It's just too much for me. I'm too fussy and finicky. But also, because the crazy patchwork is so much stitching and beading on the edges and around it, it's not easy to do. You'd have to have something. So I'm thinking too, I'm trying to think of what it could do, but I don't want to do that. I keep myself away from there. I don't do that. Jeremy's was going to go up there this morning and take some more pictures and look about it, and he said he couldn't, but he's gone up the street now to buy some milk, so, but all his poor old head's all burnt because he's got a little tiny bit of less hair on top, not much, but he got all his head all burnt because he didn't buy a hat, but I got a hat now thanks to Elle. She bought me a hat. She tried and pulled it on my head like this, and Jeremy said she was going to break my neck, by the way, but it wasn't that bad. She wasn't hurting me. It was fun. We had a good time. It was really nice to see him. And Margot, oh dear, she's lovely. And she seen me bracelet, and she's coming towards me, but she was crawling and walking along the chairs, hanging on the chair to get it, I know how to attract Margot now with a bit of bling. But anyway... Now, we'll see all this stuff that you can see on here, because you can see this. When you see the thing of mine that I did, the bigger one that's up there, you can't see any of that. It's not a thing. It's looking like a blur. And the book that I put in, the journal that I made that I put in, the lady that was on the shirt, I thought it was the most amazing, beautiful thing she'd ever seen. But all you can see is a bit of the cover, and you can't even see that properly. The colour's not, because it's dark in there, and you can't really flick through it, can you? See, so I know what not to do again. I did have a bit of worries about what sections to put these in, but she put it in a section that was for fibre art thing, any medium. I don't know how that worked, but anyway, it didn't matter. They won, and that was good. But this I'm going to turn into a necklace thing, and I'm going to sell it, because I thought, well, I want to do more of this because I'm really wrapped in this, and I've been out there this morning on Temu finding more stuff to put on things like this. I'm going to do more of these because I really love this work, and that's what I'm going to do, things I love, because I was so pleased I come in here today and didn't have to worry about putting something together for the show, because I just didn't want to do it anymore. I feel like it was really hanging over my head, and I can't do that. I can't handle that sort of pressure. Not anymore, too old for that. I want to come in here and do whatever I feel like and talk to yous and, do whatever I feel like. But anyway, so that was my experience with entering the show, which I haven't done for years. I hope that Melman's not going to come to the door because I can't answer it. Oh, he's out the front. The neighbours are having carpet put in and they're making a terrible noise over there. But anyway, that's their business, I suppose. That'll finish eventually. So I've got lots of these cottons now too. They're not dirty, they've just been in the box for years, and they're nice. I went and bought those. I've got a big box full of them, so, but that's okay. I love this colour. So I'm going to put these on here, and I'm going to make some sort of like Dorset button things, or I actually haven't got a real particular plan yet. But that's what I need, something that I can do just for fun. I do want to make, when I say this, I'm going to feel obligated, but I do want to make a quilt. I've got so much beautiful fabric that I'm thinking about making a quilt. And I seen what Rachel was doing for her daughter, and the way she was going to put it together, because it's always daunted me because it's such a big thing, but the way she's doing this, bit at a time, and then she's going to join it, but it's going to be joined so you can't even tell. And no back on it. She's only doing fabric. There's no filling in it. It's like a coverlet thing or something, whatever you call them. And it's just all stitched with straight stitches, which is slow stitching, which is burrow stitches, which is whatever they call it. There's a lot of different names for the same thing, really. But anyway. Or, I just like to try something, maybe, I don't know, maybe clothes. I don't know, I bought myself some nice clothes just for the show and that, so that was good. And And while I can buy them, when you think about it, it's really hard. I mean, I bought them from not Temu because I didn't want. I wanted something with a bit of quality, but I bought them from a place here that's called Curvilicious. Curvilicious. And most of the things are really expensive, but if they're on sale, it's all right. Well, I say really expensive, but we've got none in the shops here anyway. There's only one shop that sells things that. And they were disgusting when I saw them the other day. They were terrible. I thought, why did you do that? Big W needs to get people, different buyers or something, because they were really bad, them things that they're selling. And they don't expect people to wear them. Now, this is really good cotton, this is. Really good cotton abroda, and it is, well, a broda. It's called something abroda, and it's size 4, and it's from Paris. It's from Paris. It says made in France, and I got a lot of that, and I'm going to use this to do these because it won't take so long, but it'll look really good, because you've got to think of that too. I mean, I know when I say it won't take so long, that's not a reason to do it. It's just because it was going to look good, nice, and because stranded thread. Look at this. I tried to tidy up my table this morning, and I've got all this stuff on here. Don't think I've got the right needle though on here. I don't think. I just need something that wouldn't belong on there, would it? Not a lot of it does. I'm going to make myself a pin cushion because I've hidden mine. Look, I bought myself this. In my defence, I was left unsupervised, right? And that's Lizzie's fault because she buys them. Lizzie Brewer, she buys them sort of things. And I seen that she bought it. It's too long. Goodness me, where's my book? Where's my needle book? Here. It's here, nobody panic. Poor hubby said he'd help me with a clean up in here next week, so he's got to fix his garden up. He's got stuff from Miles. He won champion rhubarb, that's probably not long enough, and got a ribbon for that. The champion vegetable got a ribbon for that, and the most successful exhibitor, and he gets a ribbon for that. So he's as happy as anything, which is good, because over the years, not lately, but over the years, I've heard that man say to people, oh, it's not that hard to do. I don't do much of it. He said I don't do much of it. Oh, sure. I know what he does. There's all the goings on, you know. You've got to get the seeds, you've got to get the ground right, you've got to get this, you've got to get that, you've got to have, well, he does. It's how he knows how to do it, see? I want to put this around the outside here to start with. I should have put that bit in the centre, shouldn't I? Because I'm going to do some... I should have that bit in the centre. Under here, right? See, that should be in there, and then I can... I think I can. Sorry, I can't figure out how to do it. I'll do it this way and turn it in, will I? Well, it works better for me this way. Or you could wrap it, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just do it with the thread. And you would have seen me do this before because I've done this lots of times. If you haven't, well, you'll learn today. Okay. It's not a bad day out there. It looks a little bit overcast, but oh gee, it was nice in the sun yesterday. Like I said, Jeremy got all sunburnt. I don't know if I maybe got my nose might a bit, but I had a hat on. Everybody else had a hat on, so it was a good day. We had a really good time, but we don't think we could. Oh well, he was tired. He's just going to have to cut back a bit, but he's not going to. He's talking about what he's putting in already, but actually now he's on to doing the tomatoes. So he's going to be growing giant tomatoes now. That's his next job that he wants to do. And you know, because it's a big thing. When do you water? When do you don't water? Oh, it's raining. No, now it's too sunny. It's just it was really stressful. Really stressful. And I got really. I just got absolutely... I can't even begin to say. I'm too old for this. I'm too old. I'm in too much pain. My poor old body doesn't know what I've been doing. I've got pains where I never thought I had places before. that makes any sort of sense. Probably doesn't. There's people over there making a terrible noise. They've been fixing up that house next door for a while. Maybe they're going to sell it. Because they own the one next door. They own their house. They've been there a few years. Wasn't very dear anyway. I think they bought it for about $40-something thousand, and it was only what? Oh, how long ago you reckon they moved in there, Sonia? About 23 years ago, and now it's probably worth maybe 300 or something thousand. Well, the ones around here cost a fortune, which is weird because but it is. The houses are really dear, really dear. It's only an old housing commission house, and they've had a lot of work done to it. They've cladded the outside of it, and because it was only old weatherboard, one house is brick. But I shouldn't have said that about it, should I? I shouldn't pick on it. But they've put extensions on the back. They've done a lot of work to it over the years, so it's probably worth a bit of money. It would be, because that's what they're doing here now, paying a lot of money for things. Talked to my brother last night. He looks much better. I talked to him on a video link thing, and he looks so much better than what I've seen him for a long time. He's been fixed a lot better. He's still not 100%, but he's really happy with himself and what he was when I was talking to him when he was in hospital. He thought he was on his way out. They did tell him if he didn't get himself fixed, he'd die, so he had to get fixed. Anyway, the men seem to leave things too long, don't they? Now, how am I going to do this? This is going to be tricky. I need to come up through there. I should have had more cotton, shouldn't I? I should have a lot more cotton. Put that along there. That along there. So because we had a bit of rain here too before the show, a lot of the stuff, especially the flowers and that, didn't look real good because of the weather, so they were knocked them out really bad. It was the day before, I think it was raining and really windy. They were nice. It was nice. It wasn't as good as what it could have been. Would have been better if it was in the other shed where we could see what we were doing. Would have been much better if it was in the other shed. If you can see what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to put that under there so it looks all right. What have I got? Let me see. Well, that didn't work. It's supposed to go under there. Sonia, get that out of there. Alright. Okay, so I'm putting it around here. Under that. I do like these circles. Why didn't I pick a smaller one to show you first up? Because this is going to have things on it. I'm going to put some beads on it. I was looking at my beads a while ago and all the nice things that I've got here, and I want to play with them. That's why I bought them, so I could use them and the material. So I've got lots to do. It's good to have lots to do. Nobody wants to be doing nothing. Oh, come on, what have I done now? I've made a kerfuffle here. I've made a kerfuffle. Nobody panic, for goodness sake. Oh dear. Oh crikey. Sonia, this has got to go under here. You reckon that's long enough? I do. I can cut it off now, don't you think? I'll cut them off so they're not in my way. Shouldn't come undone. We hope. It just looks, well, it looks a bit thicker too, doesn't it, there, but that's all right. I just want to teach you how to do stuff, show you, do some tutorials and things like that, because, the fact that you couldn't see the work, and you couldn't see other people's work either. When I say that, you know, you could see some of it that was right at the front. But I suppose I wanted to get a good look view of things, you know. And it's not easy, but it was too dark in there. Camera picked up a bit of stuff, so I might try and put a video up after this one, so you'll know what it's about. I've already explained it, okay? Oh, well, I put a little note on it to say this is what I tried to do anyway. Oh, that looks cool. It is a bit bumpy, but a bit lumpy, but I can fix that. I'll do something with that. That beat it. You know what? I got all the way around. I did a video on that, what happened with that bag. I was beating the bottom of it, got down to about the last 4 maybe trim things on the bottom, and run out of purple beads. Oh dear. I was beside myself because that was it. I was panicking then. I thought, oh my goodness me. I looked in the bin because I took them off a piece of ribbon that I had. And I thought if the ribbon's in the bin, I've taken them all off and I've got none left. So anyway, the ribbon was in the bin. And here's me. Oh dear, I was in a terrible way. I had to undo both sides back a bit and redo it without using the mauve beads in it. See, that was that was an issue. Then I'd put the seam of it, the seam of the purse, the bag, was in the middle of it instead of on the sides, in the lining. And I thought, well, I can't leave that like that. So I undid that, redid all that. Oh dear, I tell you what, it's a thing. It's why I did that, I never know. But anyway, it got there. And I did a handle for it. And I didn't like the handle because it was made with purple and mauve rat tail stuff, they call it, that I plaited together while Jeremy hung on to it for me. And it didn't look right. So I got one of my bags that I'd had put away that I'd never used. It had a handle on it, strap on it, and I cut that off there. And I went to put it on the bag, and it just didn't look right because it was white, and it just did not look right. So anyway, I put the purple one on, and then I had to put a clip on it. And I had these. I got one here. And these magnetic clip closures, you know, because I needed to close it. All right, so I got one of these. Actually, the first one I got was one that you press on, and this is one that you stitch on. I mean, you can't get them apart. I don't know if there's two pieces or not. But this one you stitch on. I stitched it on. I didn't like because it had stitches. I didn't like that. The clip-on one was too big and gawky. So then I put a what's the name? Buttonhole loop, you know, and a button on it, and that worked for me, so that looked all right, so I went with that. So anyway, I'm in bed the night before I had to enter it, and I thought, oh dear, when I put the handle in there, because when I plaited it down, I tied a knot on the end, on both ends. So I put the handle in there, and I fastened it in, but didn't undo the knot. So I had these two big balls, but you couldn't see it. You couldn't even feel it. So I let it go. Oh dear, that bag, I tell you. Anyway, it's going to be Margot's, so poor little thing. I told her mother yesterday she could have it when she gets old enough. But, you know, she might not want it, but still, it's going to be hers. I think one day. It was oh dear, it was tedious. Oh goodness me. See, putting together things doesn't work for me because it's just too unless it's just plain ordinary, you know, because it had all the work too close to the sides and the top and the bottom and everything, you know. But anyway, I don't know how long I've been on here for. But I've had a chat to you, haven't we? Haven't even got round the outside of this yet. Well, I will put up this video so you can have a listen to what I've done. It's sort of a vlog, isn't it, or something? Some sort of a talking thing. I don't know. But I'll just work on this while I'm talking to you. But I really don't think I'm going to do that again. I'm definitely not making another bag. I don't care. I don't have any idea what I'm going to do with all these pieces that I've been making, all these crazy patchwork pieces, but I'm definitely not going to make a bag out of them. No more bags, because they're not the right. They're not. It's not my thing. If I can buy something and patch it onto it, I might do it already made, but that would be probably a rotten job too. But anyhow, never mind. I seen some things up there that I didn't realise that you could put in, you know, because somebody had put in, because there was an article of bead embellishments up there, and because I couldn't think of what to put in that bit, you know, I didn't know whether I could put me little walling in that, but somebody put some shoes in. They bought some joggers. They bought joggers or something. Well, maybe they made them, I don't know. They could have made them. And they put that in and put some beads on it. That was in there. That was an article because they put, you have to have the right thing, whether it's be an article or a garment, you know, or a pitch in a framed thing or something. That sort of thing is written down there so you can follow that idea. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if my husband's up the street giving a couple of sermons on what he's been doing, because yesterday we were waiting for him and I had to go back and get him because he was there talking to this lady about his stuff, and he was a fair while, so I said, oh, we're moving along, Jeremy. We're moving along. Anyway, he's really happy about that and I'm really proud of him. And that was really good. Anyway, I might have to go. I think I might have to go. I can't remember how long I've been on here. It's been a while. I've been having a talk, haven't I, for a fair while. This camera never shows me that. Couldn't believe it. I thought I was doing this really nice thing of Margot and it didn't work. Anyway, it did not work. She was round in that teacup and she's waving and smiling, the dear little pet. She was having a lovely time, she was. She had a really good day. She's a happy little thing. She didn't get upset. Sometimes you get upset if you don't give her what she wants, but you can't do that all the time anyway. It was really good because she was going to crawl out into the kitchen part, you know, because Jeremy went out that way and she was going to try to follow him. And her father said, Margot, no. And she sat there and she just looked at him. And I thought, gee, that's cool. He was really, you know, he did it well. And, it's incredible. As you see, some people have terrible time with their children trying to talk to them, teach them not to do things. And all he said was, Margot, no. She knew what that word meant. Because they do, when she does good things, they tell her, you know. They go, good job, you know. They're always telling her she does good things. I let her know. She does have fun with her food, though. She got food a fair bit over the place in the kitchen. It didn't matter though. She was having, you know, she had a bit of fun too while we were having lunch. Anyway, I better go now. Thank you everybody for watching. Maybe I'll come back and do this. Maybe I'll be doing something else. Please leave a like or subscribe and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.